Skipjack Tuna, a species that accounts for 50 to 60% of the world's total tuna catch. Every year, millions of tons are harvested, yet strangely, they don't disappear. They come back faster than any other tuna species. Only about 40 to 80 centimeters long, weighing just a few kilograms, yet capable of reaching speeds of nearly 70 kilometers per hour, like a motorbike slicing through the water. Their bodies aren't entirely cold like most fish. They retain heat, staying warmer than the surrounding ocean, like a biological machine built to never stop. And they never travel alone. Thousands, even tens of thousands, form a single massive living mass. A school can be as large as a building, constantly moving beneath the surface. No rest, no pause, only motion and survival. It is this speed and sheer numbers that make them the most heavily harvested fish on the planet. No massive nets, no complex machinery, just humans and speed. On the surface, a school of skipjack has been lured right up alongside the boat. Thousands surge wildly, churning the water into a violent storm before your eyes. And in that exact moment, it all begins. Each person grips a pole. No bait, no waiting. Drop, jerk, fling it behind, and repeat in a relentless rhythm, like a reflex that's been hardwired. Fish burst from the water, launched into the air, then slam onto the deck in rapid succession, beat after beat, so fast you can barely distinguish one from another. In just minutes, dozens of people move like a perfectly synchronized machine. No talking, no slowing down. Every pull brings in a fish. Every minute can mean hundreds. The deck is quickly covered in silver bodies, sliding through seawater and blood. Chaotic, yet astonishingly precise. This isn't just speed, it's technique, a method considered more sustainable with almost no bycatch, but it demands human strength, a rhythm you cannot afford to break for even a second. And then, just as quickly as it began, the school vanishes. The ocean falls silent again, leaving only the boat. and tons of fish just hauled from the sea. These fish leave the water in minutes, but their journey is far from over. The blade glides along the spine. No pause, no second pass. Two fillets open up. Deep red, firm, almost no fat. No toro, no rich marbling, just lean meat, clean and consistent.
The side. Oh, can you pick it out? Can you see the one?
Every cut must be fast, precise, to prevent oxidation, to preserve the color. Each piece has its place. And when everything is ready, the story still isn't over. From a chaotic deck, these simple cuts of fish begin their transformation into something entirely different. Here, skipjack is no longer part of a massive school. It becomes an ingredient handled with precision. A block of fish is coated with salt at about 1% of its weight, just enough to draw out moisture and intensify its natural flavor. Thin slices of garlic are added, along with rosemary, bringing a subtle aroma that almost erases any trace of the ocean. The fish, garlic, and herbs are placed into a pot, then covered in olive oil just past halfway. Heat is applied. The oil begins to tremble, then gently simmer. Not fried, not seared, but a slow process, about 5 minutes per side, where low temperature keeps the inside tender and moist, while the outside gradually absorbs the fragrance of garlic and herbs. As the fish is turned, the color deepens, richer and more intense. And as the heat fades, everything stops at just the right moment. No complexity, no excess, only time and precision. From a species harvested in vast numbers across the ocean, it now rests quietly on a plate, refined, delicate, and completely transformed. And perhaps you've eaten it before, without ever thinking about the journey behind it. And now another type of fish is starting to be prepared.
If you don't have a sharp knife, this isn't going to work for you. You're going to want to come in right here on the belly and run right to the pectoral fin, right down past it to this one.
The knife moves continuously, fast but never rushed. Every motion is precise down to the smallest detail. The blade glides along the bone, separating the flesh smoothly, leaving almost no waste behind.
Swipe all the way across to the backbone. What you're doing is you're getting your knife in this far, get it in there, start it off. You can hold it and you can push down sideways. And if you have a sharp knife and you do everything right, I'm actually pushing down. You can see the meat depressed from the other side.
Each red grouper fillet emerges clean and defined with firm texture and a vibrant color.
So you can get over the other side. Then you're going to do the other side, just like that. And when I pull back like this, it actually lifts off the rib cage a little bit. You can get your hand in there, and you can do this because you have the cutting glove.
This isn't just speed, it's skill and experience, where every movement is optimized to preserve the fish's quality for the cooking step that follows.
And when you get to the white part on the belly, you can actually pull that, and it's a little extra meat if you want to make nuggets or something. All the meat off the other side. And do the other side, we're going to do the same way. Start halfway in the fish, between the rib cages. Find the meat in the head, usually about that general angle right there. We're all the way in. You either start here, or some people start here. There's a nice little soft spot that you can run up. We'll start here.
From the precision of the blade, the journey continues as each perfect cut transitions from preparation to transformation.
The backbone, down the other side. Pull it up a little bit with the cutting glove. There's the rib cage. Run right along it. Get to the white part of the belly, you just pull it and it releases.
In the kitchen, red grouper is no longer just an ocean fish. It becomes the centerpiece of a vibrant red curry. The signature heat of the red curry paste blooms as it hits the pan, releasing a deep, warm, and intense aroma. Coconut milk is added, softening the spice and creating a light, silky richness where layers of flavor begin to come together. The red grouper pieces go in last, cooked just to doneness to preserve their tenderness and natural sweetness. The firm yet moist flesh reabsorbs the sauce, building a texture that is bold yet refined. The colors come alive: the red of the curry, the golden sheen of the oil, and the creamy hue of coconut milk. All blending into a dish that is as visually striking as it is inviting. No excess, no showmanship, just a perfect balance of heat, richness, and sweetness. Deep beneath the reef, the giant rainbow lobster carries a defense that sounds almost impossible for a lobster, like the sudden scream of a smoke alarm. The noise can startle predators like large fish or octopus, acting as an instant warning signal. Very few lobsters can produce such a clear sound, turning this colorful crustacean into something unexpected in the ocean, a living alarm system hidden inside a shell. But the moment that alarm echoes through the reef, the real danger is already getting. A professional lobster diver slips beneath the surface, entering a maze of sharp rocks and dark crevices. No cages, no traps, just a mask, a tank, and trained hands. Down here, the giant rainbow lobster rules the reef, fast, powerful, and always ready to vanish into the cracks of the stone. For the diver, every search is a gamble between patience and speed. Suddenly, a pair of long antennae flickers in the shadows. The diver reacts instantly. He drives his arm deep into the narrow crevice where the lobster hides. There's almost no space, only spikes, claws, and solid rock pressing in from every side. In a split second, the lobster explodes backward, kicking with incredible force. But the diver moves faster, locking his grip behind the shell before it escapes into the reef. With a powerful pull, the lobster is dragged free from the rock. Its body thrashes with raw strength as the diver secures the catch. Moments later, the giant rainbow lobster rises toward the surface in the diver's grasp. Hard-won proof of skill, nerve, and a battle fought in the silence of the deep. Catching it is only the beginning. The real work starts now. Before the cooking begins, the giant rainbow lobster is lifted from the tank and placed on the board. The knife comes down in one clean, decisive cut, splitting the shell straight down the middle. As the lobster opens, the rich interior is revealed, dense prized meat ready for the next stage. Now, it's time to turn this catch into a masterpiece. Once steamed, the lobster is placed into the oven for the first roast. The heat deepens the aroma and tightens the texture, bringing out even more of its natural richness. Then comes the indulgent final step. A generous layer of luxurious cheese is added on top, and the lobster goes back into the oven for a second bake. This time, the cheese melts and bubbles, forming a golden, creamy layer that blends into the sweet lobster meat. Moments later, the lobster is plated like a centerpiece, bold, rich, and impossible to ignore. From careful preparation to the final plate, every step reveals why seafood like this is so prized. But not every masterpiece requires heat. Sometimes the purest expression of lobster is served exactly as it is. Instead of cooking, the lobster is served incredibly fresh, sliced moments after preparation to preserve its pure ocean flavor. Each piece is thick, glossy, and beautifully translucent. The texture is the highlight, firm, slightly chewy, and naturally sweet. Simple, elegant, and centered on one thing, experiencing lobster in its purest sashimi form. It begins with patience and precision. The tuna is carefully opened, the blade moving with quiet confidence along the spine. Each motion is deliberate, separating flesh from bone while preserving the purity of the meat. This is the moment where skill truly shows. One wrong angle can waste the most valuable part of the fish. Slowly, the thick crimson fillets are revealed. Clean, firm, and glistening with freshness, they are lifted away from the frame of the fish with practiced ease. What once was a whole catch is now transformed into pristine cuts, ready for the next stage of the journey. Now the beauty begins. The fillets are sliced into smooth, even pieces, each cut revealing the deep ruby color of fresh tuna. The texture looks silky and tender, almost melting under the blade. In the Pinoy style of Kinalaw or Kalawan, the preparation stays simple, because the true star is the fish itself. Freshness, balance, and delicate slicing turn these pieces into something elegant. Lined up neatly on the board, the slices look less like raw fish and more like edible art. After all the careful work, this is the final reward. Pure flavor, clean craftsmanship, and the quiet satisfaction of watching a beautiful ingredient treated with respect.